Hello, messy Christmas at home. It's Melanie here. We are so thrilled to be with you today. We hope you've had lots of fun making and crafting at home. We hope your house is full of glitter and Christmas fun. Normally at Messy Christmas, we would stop about an hour in and ask you to put down the craft that you're making at your table, or pop down your mince pie, or wipe off your fingers because they're covered in chocolate from your Yule log, and we would ask you all to come together into the atrium where we would tell you a story and we would do our all together craft. And this year we wanted to carry on with that tradition because we love it. It's my favourite point in Messy Christmas, where we all get to be together and make something together and hear the Christmas story, which quite honestly is my favourite story ever. Best story ever told. And so we want to do that now with you. So in your bag, if you have one, you should have a printout like this. If you don't have a bag, I have emailed a link for this that your grown-up just needs to print out. So if you see them now frantically running around trying to find their laptop, trying to print something out, please don't worry, just stay focused on me while they go and do that. We've also asked grown-ups, if you don't mind, if you could cut out the 6 finger puppets. It will just make it a little easier for the timings. So right now, if you see your grown-up running around trying to get scissors and cutting things out frantically and saying, oh goodness, please just ignore them and stay with me. All right, so we are going to teach you how to tell the Christmas story using these lovely little finger puppets. So hopefully your grown-up has cut them out, and you should have some blanks that look a bit like this. And so you can take them and fold them, and we're going to show you how to tell the Christmas story using this. So first off, I would like you to find the one that's got a heart. Now, if you haven't got a printout, or you didn't get one in your bag, or this is just too much, please just take a red felt tip pen, washable one, and draw a little heart on your finger. Okay, make sure it's washable, make sure you're not using a Sharpie. We don't want any permanent marks on any of you. And please don't do it on the wall or any soft furnishings, just your finger, and it will wash off in the bath. So if you don't have these, just draw a little red heart on your finger. If you have one of these, colour in your heart red, and then take it and fold it and pop a little line of glue or some tape along that edge like that. Squeeze it together and you can pop it on your finger. So I'm going to give you just a minute to colour it in nice and neatly. Try and stay within the lines if you can. And you should end up with something. To be honest, I would probably suggest going for sellotape, but unbelievably in my house, we've just run out of tape. So for the sake of this, I've put a line of Pritt Stick. I would go for a line of tape. And then you want to pop it on your finger like that, okay? Pop that one down for me and pick up Mary. And please colour her dress and her head covering in blue. So pick a nice light blue or a pencil or a crayon and just colour her in blue. You can go back later and add details like hair colour and skin colour. For now, just colour her dress and her head covering in blue, and then run a bit of tape down the side there and pop Mary on your finger too. So pick your heart up and pick Mary up. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to read you the first couple of lines of the story so that you can practice with your fingers. So when I say the word love, you need to show me your love heart on your finger. When I say Mary, her name, you need to show me Mary on your other finger. When you're telling this story to other people, you can get them to wiggle while you read. The story is on your card in your bag. Again, if you did not get this, I have sent you an email with this on. So ask your grown-up, who is probably still frantically trying to print things out and find sellotape. So ask them while they're, already busy, if they could find the printout for this too. So love, so show me that. Love came down to a young girl called Mary and asked her to help in God's glorious rescue plan.
Okay, the next part of our story is Joseph. So you need to find the Joseph finger puppet, and he looks like this. Can you see him there? He's holding a long stick, he's wearing a headdress. And you need to take a green pen or a green pencil and colour in his tunic and colour in his headdress. Don't worry about doing his face or his beard or his arms or his shoes or the long stick. Any of that for now. Just colour him, his dress, his headdress and his tunic in green. Can you do that? Brilliant. Here's mine that I did. So I coloured his tunic in light green and the headdress in dark green. And when you've done that, run some tape down the side here so that it turns it into a finger puppet. And what I want you to do is to put your heart that you did with Melanie a second ago on one finger and Joseph on another, and get ready to wave them at me as I tell you the next part of our story. So here's the next part of our story. Love came down to an honest man named Joseph and asked him to trust in God's glorious rescue plan.
The next thing I want you to find is your shepherd, and see if you can find a brown crayon or pencil or pen and colour his crook in. So don't worry about the rest of him for now, just colour the shepherd's crook brown and you can come back to all of the rest of it later. And then you need to fold him in half and put some sellotape on the side and on the top so that he will fit on your finger. And then you need your shepherd on one of your fingers and your heart on another finger. And when I say the word love, you need to hold up your heart. And when I say the word shepherd, hold up your shepherd. Love came down to some shepherds in a field and told them that they were welcome in God's glorious rescue plan.
Next, I need you to find your wise man for me. He looks like this. He's got a crown and he's carrying a gift and he's wearing a cloak. Now, I'd love you to find a pink and purple felt tip or crayon or pencil crayon, and I want you to colour in his cloak. Don't worry about the rest of him. You can do that later. Just colour in his cloak. I've done mine like this. I used the pink on the edges, on his cuffs and the bottom of his cloak, and then I used the purple for the main part of it. Are you ready? Have you coloured it in? Now when you're done, don't forget to pop a little bit of tape down the side and on the top. And then you're ready to join in our story. Can you show me your wise man? Pop him on your finger like this. But also, can you find your heart? Love came down to some wise men on camels and told them to follow God's glorious rescue plan.
Okay, now I need you to find baby Jesus. So this is what he looks like. And see if you can find a yellow pen or pencil or crayon and colour the straw underneath baby Jesus yellow. So here's the one that I have done. And just make sure that you put a bit of sellotape on the side and on the top so that you can put him on your finger. So put baby Jesus on one of your fingers and put the heart on the other finger. So when I say the word love, you need to hold up your heart, and when I say the word Jesus, you need to hold up baby Jesus. Love came down as a baby in a manger, and his name is Jesus, and he is God's glorious rescue plan.
Can you find your heart for me one more time? Can you pop it on your finger like this? Brilliant. This is what the Bible tells us. For this is how God loved the world. He came down to save it. And that comes from the book of John, chapter 3, and verse 16.
Okay everyone, now that you have made all of your finger puppets, we are going to have a go at reading the story and you waving all of the parts at the right time. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to take all 6 of your puppets. You need to take the heart and put it on one hand, and you need to take the other 5 characters and put them on your other hand. Now, if your fingers and your hands are too small to get all of them on one hand, don't worry, that's absolutely fine. You can put them down in front of you and you can pick the right one up at the right time and either wave it at me or show it to me, whatever works for you. So, have you got all of your puppets ready? Excellent, let's tell the story. So, love came down to a young girl called Mary and asked her to help in God's glorious rescue plan. Love came down to an honest man named Joseph and asked him to trust in God's glorious rescue plan. Love came down to some shepherds in a field and told them that they were welcome in God's glorious rescue plan. Love came down to some wise men riding on camels and told them to follow God's glorious rescue plan. Love came down as a baby in a manger, and his name is Jesus, and he is God's glorious rescue plan. Did you do it? Brilliant, good job. Keep practicing that, practice telling it to your family, practice telling it to your friends. Use your puppets to tell the story of God's glorious rescue plan this Christmas. Well done, you're all amazing. Thank you for joining in with our Christmas story together.
So to finish up Messy Christmas at Home, we have enjoyed being with you so much. We hope you've had lots of fun with us. And if you have had fun with us and would like some more, we will be out on Saturday, the 19th of December in Sutton Park doing a scavenger hunt. We have emailed your grown-ups all the details. All we ask is that your photos, you tag us, hashtag Messy Christmas at Home or at Find Real Life Church. And we'd love to see you. So if you bump into us in the park, smile and say hello. You might even see some of your friends from school or clubs or Real Life Church that you can smile and say hello to. So what we need you to do, kids, on that morning is to practice your whiny voice. So you need to say something like, please take me on the scavenger hunt with Real Life Church. Please open your email and find out all the details. I really want to have some more fun with them. Can you manage that? I thought you could. And please don't worry if you don't live locally. This scavenger hunt will work wherever you are. If you've got a bit of green space or some trees somewhere, it'll work for you. I even think it would work in your garden or your house if you wanted to. So all that's left for me to say is Merry Christmas. We hope you have a most wonderful time together, and we are praying that love will come down to your home. Bye-bye.